Life, as we all know, has a funny way of throwing curveballs at us when we least expect it. And in the grand tapestry of existence, our protagonist, a 66-year-old man, was no stranger to this universal truth. His life, up until now, was one of contentment, comfort, and predictability. Days filled with the familiarity of routine, evenings spent in the warmth of his home, a life that was as comforting as an old, well-worn blanket. But as we delve deeper into his story, we realize that life is not always as predictable as we would like it to be. For our protagonist, an unexpected journey was just around the corner, a journey that would test him physically, emotionally, and relationally, a journey that would shake the very foundations of his existence. Little did he know, his life was about to take a turn he never saw coming. Suddenly, our protagonist found himself struggling with something he never thought he'd face: erectile dysfunction. It was an unanticipated hurdle that came along in the autumn of his life, a wrinkle in the fabric of his existence. It wasn't merely a physical issue, it was a mental and emotional battlefield, a silent war he was fighting every day. Imagine the feeling of being 66 years old, having navigated the world in all of its complexities, only to be confronted with a challenge that made him question his very identity as a man. He was engulfed by a sense of shame, embarrassment, and self-doubt that seemed to follow him like a shadow, a constant reminder of his struggle. His heart ached, not from any physical pain, but from the emotional turmoil that was slowly gnawing at his spirit. Every failed attempt was like a blow to his self-esteem, each one more devastating than the last. He felt as though he was being stripped of his dignity piece by piece. This struggle wasn't his alone. It started to create a rift in his relationship with his wife. The woman he had shared his life with was now a witness to his battle, and it was taking a toll on both of them. The intimacy they once shared was gradually being replaced by a palpable tension, an unspoken disappointment that filled the air. As the struggles intensified, so did the strain on his relationship. Little did he know the most challenging part of his journey was yet to come. The tension reached a boiling point and the unthinkable happened. His wife asked for a divorce. It was a moment that echoed in his mind like a chilling winter wind. He stood there, frozen in disbelief. His heart pounded in his chest like a drum, and he felt a sense of guilt wash over him like a tidal wave. He had always known that his struggle with erectile dysfunction was an issue, but he never imagined it would come to this. The words, "I want a divorce," reverberated through his mind, and he felt a deep sense of regret. He had tried so hard to be a good husband, but his physical shortcomings had overshadowed his efforts. The rejection was like a punch to the gut. He felt alone, lost, and helpless. But in that moment of despair, something stirred within him. A glimmer of hope sparked in the darkness. In the face of despair, he knew he had to make a change. And so, our protagonist embarked on a journey of self-discovery and healing. Embracing the reality of his condition, he mustered the courage to seek help. He started attending therapy and found solace speaking with professionals who understood his situation. They reassured him that erectile dysfunction was a common condition, especially among men of his age, and that he was not alone in his struggle. On this journey, he learned to accept himself, his body, and his condition. He realized that these physical issues didn't define him or his worth. This acceptance wasn't easy. It took time and patience, but it was a necessary step towards healing. Meanwhile, he started rebuilding his life after the divorce. He reconnected with old friends, picked up hobbies he had left behind, and even found the courage to start dating again. He discovered a newfound strength within himself and a resilience he never knew he had. But most importantly, he learned the value of seeking help. He realized that health issues, no matter how embarrassing they might seem, should never be ignored or brushed under the carpet. He learned that it's okay to talk about them, to seek professional advice, and to take steps towards improvement. He understood that life doesn't stop at a diagnosis or a personal setback. Every day presents an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to start anew. Through his struggles, he learned that it's never too late to seek help and start anew.